Good evening, guys. Once again, I'm in the front of you, myself, Surya, and I'm just going to define a topic which is dowry death. The section 304B of IPC 14.5 of 1860. So, few years ago, if I just go 20 or 20 to 30 years ago, it was a big deal for all, for the Constitution of India and for, for the public and for the people who are just living in India. So, this is all depends on the literacy rate. So few years ago, if I just go 20 or 30 years or 40 years ago, the literacy rate of India was really too down. So I think 20 to 25% of people, percentile of people were educated. But if I'm just making the video in 2021, it's just the modern era of living in. I'm the modern era. I'm living in the modern era. So, the literacy rate of this era is around 60 to 65% in India. So, let's have to. I'm just going with the statement, with the definition of IPC, what it is. So, the definition which defines, the section which defines the dowry death, which is the 304B, I already told you. So let's have the definition. Where the death of a woman is caused by any burns or bodily injury or occurs otherwise under the normal circumstances within 7 years of the marriage. And it is shown that soon before her death, she was subjected to cruelty. She was subjected to cruelty or harassment by her husband or any relative of her husband. Now, what it is, completing the definition, her husband, for in the connection with any demand for dowry, such death shall be called dowry death. So, there is 2-3 points which is just, raised. I read the definition in the front of you guys. So, have you just mentioned what it is just, the main points, which of the dowry death? It is, some key points are, woman is caused by any bodily injury or burns. Now the next point, you must have to understand some key points, which is woman is caused by any bodily injury or burns within the 7 years of death, within the 7 years of marriage, soon before her death. What happened soon before her death? Can you just feel, the marriage occurs, suppose that in 2021, after 7 years. So soon before her death, suppose that within 7 years or soon before her death, what happened? What the last note, or is there any just bodily injury or cruelty by her husband, or cruelty by her husband or the relatives of her husband? So there is too many things. The key points. So suicide is also covered under this. Suicide is also covered. So now I'm just going to tell you 2 or 3 more points. So what is the punishment of dowry death? So it is already defined in 304B with the explanation too, that if someone caused dowry death, the punishment, he will be liable for 7 years, or for the life imprisonment. Now, I already told you the cruelty of husband. So what is cruelty? Cruelty क्या है और harassment क्या है? So cruelty किस सेक्शन में आईपीसी डिफाइन होती है और कहाँ डिफाइन होती है? तो क्रुएलिटी जस्ट डिफाइन अंडर 498A इन आईपीसी. ऑल्सो क्रुएलिटी बाय हस्बैंड और हर रिलेटिव्स और हिज रिलेटिव्स, by her husband, also by his relatives within 7 years. There is lots of points. So dowry death was a big issue, but nowadays, if I just say dowry death is not a big issue, there is not too many cases around in India. There is not too many cases because the literacy rate is just getting right. The people getting illiterate. So they are not illiterate. They understand that dowry is an illegal thing, which we have to prohibit, which we have to, we must have to just, forget this. We have to just, make ourselves high and make our thinking high. So what it is an illegal thing. And I'm also, being an intern, I'm also not in the support of dowry. But there is an issue in my mind, why the period which is put by the government, by the by the Constitution of India, which is 7 years. I think that if we must have to, we must have to discuss on a point why it is 7 years. 7 years is a big date, big time. So big time period. I think it must have to reduce, because there is two partners who are just getting married each other. They are known to each other. I understand everything, but what it is, I think 1 year, 2 year, or 3 year is enough time to understand each other. But sometimes 7 years is such a big period. I will not recommend this. I will just ask a question. This is a question to from Lexcliq. It is a question to Lexcliq. Why the 7 years of period is just done by the Constitution of India? This is a good question from my side, and I will request you just satisfy me, give me the answer, have a judgment, some case laws, pick the some case laws, and let's end up this topic. So thanks to Lexcliq who have just given this opportunity, and I'm an intern here, and I'm just trying to do my best. Once again, let's see next topic, what will be the next topic, but definitely I will just prepare myself to do better. Now thanks to you all guys, bye bye.